Alrighty, we are live for the Florida Panthers at the Boston Bruins. Brad Marchand's first trip back to the Garden since he was traded last year. Marchand is a gift to the Panthers. I was having this conversation with my dad last night. Brad Marchand, if he was literally, dude, just stop being you and everybody would have loved you. Like, he is so incredibly talented. He is fast, but more than fast, he's quick, he's slick, he's nifty going in and out of cuts. But he is such a POS that, like, how anybody is a fan, I just don't get it. And I know a lot of people find him funny and they like, on my end, it just most annoying dude in the world. I was a Boston fan and I was a Marchand fan, and then he started licking guys, and I was like, all right, I'll go watch somebody else. All right, we actually get a national anthem. Let's see. Got to see if we get a good Knights chant. There's some good ones that happen in Florida. And no Florida fans. No Vegas fans, no Florida fans in TD Garden tonight. Okay. I need to get an American flag in this room so we can do proper anthems. He takes his time with some of those syllables, but it's all right. He does a good job. But I'm much more Carnell Johnson. Golden Pipes. He gets through it. He hits those notes, but he gets through it. Like I said, expect boos every time Marchand touches the puck for a while, which it looks like he's starting. You got Bob in goal. Both teams are 3-4. Boston was looking real good right up until the moment we held them out 6-5, and then it has been a brutal run. I truly do not know what to expect. It's a rivalry game. Like I said, it's Marchand's first game home. A lot of different people on the team, but not for Florida. A lot of different people on Boston. Marchand right into the zone backhand on net. Oop. No. Who's in for Boston? Is it Swayman? Yep, it is Swayman. Make sure everything's okay. Ooh, a trip on Marchand. Is that not going to get called? Nope, it is going to get called right at the Boston blue line. 63 goes down. So we're going to get off to a hot start. Oh, absolute slew foot, man. He just kicked his skate out. Say Stone broke his wrist on something similar. So that's Janelle. All right, well, 33 seconds gone in the opening frame, and we're already going to get ourselves a little bit of excitement. Face off to the right of Swayman. Jones from the blue line throws it towards the net off a Reinhardt's stick. Goes up off the wall. Lundell recovers. Back to Jones on the point. Back to Lundell. Top of the high circle. Into the middle. Trying to go baseline. Did not work. That Boquist? Marchand gets shoved down on the baseline. Lundell shoots. Loose puck right up front, and they eventually score. Florida immediately going up 1-0. Where's the score? They're saying Samoskevich is the one getting credit. Lundell just hanging out at the top of at that high dot. Gets it on Swayman. Swayman has it. If he would have just clicked his heels together and squatted, he'd have been okay. Oh, never mind. It beat Swayman, hit the post, and then ended up under his ass. I thought he got the stop and then kind of panicked looking for it. Nope. Lundell puts it off the post right underneath him. He panics a little bit. Chaos drill in the crease. And Samoskevich ends up getting the goal. Let's get that actually. Scoring. Oh, they don't have it. Oh, I'm on the wrong. Nope, that is it. Scoring for the Florida Panthers. I don't know his number. Mackie Samoskevich. Assisted by Marchand and Lundell. Oh, Bobrovsky just tripped Pasternak, and now we're going on a Boston power play. I told you, fellas, this was a game to be looking forward to. We don't have any nights games happening until Saturday. They're going to be great games, though. Florida Saturday, Tampa Sunday. Be ready for those games. But I knew this was going to be a son of a bitch of a game, and Bobrovsky, 5 feet to the left of his crease, just sticks a pad out and takes out Pasta. 18:32 in the first. 2 minutes on the man advantage to Boston. Is that 23? The Verhaeghe. So Verhaeghe's in the box for Florida. Pasta at the high point. Feeds it down low to Lindholm. Great pass, but the feed back bounces over Pasternak's stick all the way down to Swayman. McAvoy looking for a place to go from his own zone. He'll toss it back. Zacha to Lindholm. Back to Zacha. He gets in on the high boards. Great entry right there. Little give and go toss to the wall. Puck up front. Fought off to the corner. It did not make it to Bob. And Florida's able to clear down the high boards. Boston resetting. Geeky from the red line. Leaves it back to McAvoy. Tosses it down to the low board. Zach in again. Puck to Lindholm across the blue line to Pasta. Geeky on the high boards. Back to Pasternak at the point. He's going to hold it. Across the blue line. McAvoy down low to Geeky. Back to the low point. Ooh, right through the middle and a good stick. Knocks it away. Lustrinin clearing the puck. 50 seconds to go on the Boston power play. Ekblad cuts it off just inside the zone and gets it cleared all the way back to Swayman. Lorai cutting up. He'll leave it back. Ooh, middle stat. I don't know what that was. Just went right through. I don't know if he passed it and got it back. Ooh, big hit by Middlestat. Isamont gets the puck after clearing Jones off of it. Yeah, Middlestat just wrecked Jones in the high corner to get him off the puck. That was fantastic. Things are going to start getting heavy. It's a matter of time. Dude, he just straight muscled him. Jones, as he's passing the buck, turns around to try and make a play and just woof. Boston wins the face-off to the right of Bobrovsky. Down to the low wall. Jokiharju hits something in front, and it goes up and out of play. 10 seconds left on the Boston man advantage. Face-off coming to the left of Bobrovsky. 16:42 to go in the first. Shots are 3-2 Florida. Reset and drop it again. Boston wins it. Across to the midpoint. Lori shoots. It's a body up front. That just collapsed somebody. Cleared all the way back down to Swayman. We are back to full strength. Middlestat getting into that low corner of the Florida zone, but Florida's there to send it back the other way. Little battle on the low wall. Florida gets it cleared. Boston resetting to the red line and in. They gave him a little grace on that dump in. Florida setting up. Tipped all the way down. Puck behind Swayman. Boston has it. Ooh, I hate when they switch up the angles on it, man. Like, I like the creative angles for replays. It just messes me up. Boston breaking in, and he does not beat Bob. Stuffed right in the crease. What a bro. I was expecting Bobrovsky to come out. He's usually more aggressive on those, coming out to poke check him away, but he sat back and waited for the play, and he stuffs him. That was a massive save, especially early. 1-0 power play goal. Chance to tie it up. That's a big save for Bob. Kastelik catches it, goes forehand. Nowhere to go. Unfortunately, he was just... see, he had Bob sliding to the right, so he at least got him moving, but Bob stayed long enough to where he couldn't beat his left pad. 432 wins for Sergei Bobrovsky. Ugh. Most wins amongst active goalies. 15 and a quarter to go in the first. Boston controlling in the zone. Hits some in front of him from the high point. Knocks it all the way back. Puck into Bobrovsky. He'll settle it. Lend it to Bennett. Bennett throws it up to Reinhart. Reinhart's getting his ass kicked a little bit. Puck to neutral. Boston recovers. Heading back the other way. Dumped off the back wall. Loose. Nope. Is that Mikula there first? Gets it to Jones. Jones back to Verhaeghe. And he'll work it up and out of the zone, trying to go cross ice to Reinhart. And that would have been offsides. McAvoy for Boston. Dumps it in all the way around to the high boards. Florida's able to get it and get clear. Forsling dumps it from the red line. All the way up to the high boards. Boston trying to get it clear, but nobody made a move on the puck. Florida setting up in the zone. Lundell throws it towards the net, and a great stick blocks that pass off, and Boston not able to get it clear to the high corner of the Bruins zone. Down around the low boards, and finally Boston takes the high road out to get it down. We got Lundell working his way to the red line and in. Chase down. Samoskevich gets it down low to Greer, back to the high dot, not able to finish. Yeah, and who was that? Rodriguez. Boston right back into the Florida zone. A hip check separates the puck from Arvidsson. Good job, Petrie. From behind Florida's net, they wait for the change. Mikula works his way to neutral, dumped in from the red line. Low corner. High corner. Playing a little bit of catch. There's that Greer up in the high corner, losing the battle to Boston. And that'll do it. Boston will separate, get some space to get out. But he brings the puck in on his own. Gatchevich trying to get to Mikkola. It doesn't quite connect. What an opportunity for the Panthers on a bad decision by Boston. He had 4 guys off sides. He voluntarily brought it in. Bad move. That's when he let it go and regroup. All right, McAvoy from his own zone goes to the high wall, passed out, and Florida's going to intercept Bennett. Right back into the Boston zone. Oh, Verhaeghe had his stick break, and the follow-up was a whiff. Belinsky's just whiffed on the follow-up, but Verhaeghe had a great chance, and his stick exploded. Florida back in. Taking a little easy. Verhaeghe there to apply pressure, but Florida's going for a change. Boston dude takes himself out on a broken stick. Marchand takes the pass, gets it to Forsling. Forsling up, but not out. Got a hurt shot by Lindholm. Goes wide. From the high point, puck fed behind Bobrovsky. Forsling in the low corner. Tries to get it up. He does. He gets it out. God, are we not doing phrasing anymore? Right back in come the Bruins. Geeky shoots. Misses wide right. Lindholm feeding it down low. Rodriguez cuts it off. Lindstrom has it go off. Oh, that's Lusterinen. Has it goes off his stick. But Florida's able to recover. Rodriguez across the ice. Shot and a pad save. Swayman. Samoskevich going for the... Coming in hot off the top circle. Another shot. That was Boquist from the low circle. Getting gloved by Swayman. Almost halfway through the first period. Shots are 6-3. Florida. Panthers up 1-0. Power play each side so far. Florida the only one to capitalize. Oh, they're doing their Marchand. Welcome back to the Garden. Even for that, for the rat of rats. Like, I love these videos. It's whether you know, with Vegas, everybody says some stuff about Marshall, so his video was still fucking awesome, man. And so it's actually really cool that they're staying here to show his reaction and showing the video. Usually they cut away and they'll come back and be like, here, look at him watching. But this is actually, I love this shit. Because this is, I like to get totally corny and all that shit with you. This is, that's the hockey spirit. Like, yeah, when you get traded or you want to leave or something, there's a lot of boo and all that. But then when you come back, no matter how much we hate you, we'll boo when you touch the puck. But you're going to get a highlight video. We're going to clap. We're going to celebrate you. And then once we're done celebrating you, we're going to go back to booing every time you touch the puck. That's the way all this should be. And I know last year there was like, you know, Canada booing at the national anthem. Whatever. They do what they do. It is what it is. This is the shit. Like, this is truly what I love about hockey. What up, Jesus? That every player that's come back has gotten a highlight video, and it is always awesome. And especially when a guy is given more than a decade to your team. That's the most human I have ever seen Brad Marchand look. And I am, like I said, I was very impressed with how he handled certain things last year during the playoffs. Like, I was actually, it's like, damn, I'm cheering for Brad Marchand, like, legitimately. Him taking the dude's helmet the other day and ripping his straps off and throwing it, shit like that is why I don't like him. It's like, dude, stop reminding me why I hate you. Like I said, he's so good, such a talent. But you know, like I said, I say a lot while they're celebrating him, but that's just one of those things, you know. He won in 2011 and then he won last year. So 2-time Stanley Cup champion, won in 2011. That was back when I fell in love with hockey again, man. I think it was that year that Boston and Chicago had holy shit, dude. I can't believe it's affecting them that much. No wonder he's such a prick. He's an emotional dweeb, which I totally get. I totally get. But it's like, no wonder he acts out. He's just a little baby inside. This is the most... I've never looked at Marchand once and thought, oh yeah, that's a dude. That's just a dude. Except for right now. Like, okay. Done being corny and shit. We'll move on. Puck dump all the way back into the Florida zone. Boston there first. Forsling putting on pressure. Bennett in to help. There's that shot from the Boston point. Barely gets through. Another shot. Barely gets through. That was Zaga following it up. This past 20 seconds of hockey has been slow. Fuck, I forgot that I wanted to do this. I'm going to do this real quick. Damn it, I didn't actually unmute. I just want to check my audio for a second. Yeah, so even though it's not exactly fantastic still, let me turn it down just a little hair. Even though it's not exactly fantastic, that is way better since I got G-Hub on here. I went back and listened. Okay, we got to stop it. So I went back and I was doing something and I heard the audio from my stream and it was like, good. Fuck. Wow. I can't believe y'all didn't tell me. Like I said, throwing G-Hub on there made it a lot better. All right, there we go. 9:41 to go in the first. Shots are 7-4. Florida face off just outside of the Boston zone on the low dot. Lundell kicked out. Lusterinen in. Florida wins it. Dumped in from the high boards by Ekblad. Chasing it is Lundell. Boston is just able to get it clear. Marchand couldn't reach the puck with his little arms. Boston up the low boards, and they get it out. Battle right at the blue line. Marchand chucks it back in. Someone's about to get hit. Oh, Lusterinen was a heat-seeking missile right there, and he ended up pulling up. Oh, is that a trip? That looked a little bit like a trip to me. No call. I wouldn't be thrilled if I don't know who just went down, but I wouldn't be thrilled about it. Oh, Mikkola almost made a good decision. Ended up putting right on a Bruins stick, but they get it out. Verhaeghe from the red line, chasing it. Getting some help from Bennett. Ooh. Careful, fellas. Boston getting a little sloppy with the puck. Yeah, let me go to the box score real quick so I can see. I think I got everybody on Florida, so I need to start getting better with the Bruins. Florida down the low boards all the way around Swayman. Verhaeghe feeds it back behind him. Pastrnak versus Bennett. Bennett gets it past him. Shot. Tipped. Yeah, that was kind of a slow shot that bounced off something. But puck's all the way down to the Florida zone, icing on Boston. 8 minutes to go in the first period. Damn, dude. Bergeron's got 251 goals at the Garden. I didn't realize. But, dude, that was back when I liked Boston, man. Chara, Bergeron, Lucic, Tuca, fucking Thomas. Tim Thomas in that. Florida throwing it towards the net, hits something way out high by the dots, and Boston gets it past. Foot race, swing, and I don't even think it got to Bobrovsky. I'm not sure if Samoskevich got there first, but puck did not make it to the goalie. Balinskis dumps it in on the low board, chasing it down to Samoskevich. McAvoy is able to send it around, but not out. Florida controlling. Balinskis dumps it down on the low board. Samoskevich to the middle, trying to feed it over to Rodriguez, who are already cutting towards the net. He's got a little space. Samoskevich trying to feed it up front and does not connect. Puck all the way back. And again, we have a foot race between Petrie and Middlestat. Middlestat lost his skates. Did a good job to maintain, but overall lost the puck to the Panthers. Dumped in by the Bruins. 7 minutes to go in period one. At the point, skating in is Boston. A little bit of contact in front of the net. Shot, and Bobrovsky is there. Oh, we got a little get together. Frontline, go for it, racist. What's up, buddy? I said I gotta give it to Marchand. That was emotional. Well, donuts, and is it good? I have had Pink Box donuts. They are not worth the price. I would go, typically your better spots are going to be your mom and pop donut shop, which is going to be a little more expensive, but way better. Like Pink Box, in my opinion, Pink Box has reached the mass sales corporate style food thing. So for the price, in my opinion, like I'd rather go to Wenchels, or like we always go. There's this little hole in the wall spot by the grocery store. That's where we always get donuts if we get them. So yeah, it's the way I always say is I may not think about things the way you think about things. So at the same time, believe me, with your own risk. And if you've got the money to try them, I always say try it, like especially with food. If you got the money to spend, you might as well try them. But for me, they weren't worth it. Yeah. Donuts, they have looked good. Okay, I was like those sniper donuts. Huh. Like, that's a new one. The snicker donut. See, that's the thing. Like, the biggest thing to remember is it's the donut to me, just, it's not the best. I don't know if it's the dough. Now, again, I haven't had them in a while because I didn't like them when I did. So, as always, that's another grain of salt. If I didn't pay for them and they were in front of me, I would eat one. But I wouldn't go and buy one. I have no doubt that some may actually be worth the money. But like I said, if I'm going to spend, we got a fight. VL and Gadjevich. Gadjevich, I don't know VL, but Gadjevich is he's an old school dude. I'm waiting for him. VL has a great grab of his shirt. That's the only thing. He got Gadjevich right on top of the arm where he couldn't, every time he reached, he would shove his hand through his armpit and choke off his reach. Like, Gadjevich is a bad dude, but VL had the perfect grip on his jersey. But, like, races, the same with, like, Voodoo Donuts. It's cool for actually, Voodoo Donuts were, like, really, really freaking good. but they're so busy that they're constantly making fresh ones versus having them in the back kind of thing. That's one thing. If you can't tell by my ballerina figure, I like a donut from time to time. Never had voodoo donuts. I had them once. I had them in Orlando at City Walk in Universal. And there, I got an apple fritter that had to weigh about 4.5 pounds, and it was phenomenal. Like, I think it had some chocolate drizzle, or like chocolate and some maybe caramel or something like that. And it was one of the better apple fritters I've ever had. It was incredible, especially for how big and dense it was. Those ones usually are 50-50. Those were, oh, dude, it was so good. And then they had a couple of other, like a Reese's or Snickers, like you were saying. But since, like I said, they're so busy, their turnover is so high, they're constantly cooking them fresh. So you could time it just wrong and they're out of a donut, and they may have it later, but they have to make it and bake it. Or you time it just right and they just pulled something you want to have out of the oven. And so you get it fresh. Sometimes it's straight up like the perfect warm donut. Oh, it's so good, dude. So good. I'll say there are a few things as delicious as a fresh out of the oven. Like when you get an iced donut, that the icing is still runny, just that little bit runny because the donut's still that warm. Oh, sold. Like, damn, I'm fucking hungry, man. Now I'm gonna need to go to the store and get some donuts. Shit. That's like any donut shop that closes before 1. That's the spot you want to go to. Look, mom and pop donut Krispy Kreme. They had the amount of fried dude. I will say people will hate on a Krispy Kreme donut. If you've ever, I don't know if they still do the tours, but they used to, where you would walk through a Krispy Kreme store and you could see them icing the donuts, and they had like the whole thing right in front of you, and they would get you one right off the line, or you could get a dozen right off the line. Bro, like, that's the closest thing to crack other than a Choco Taco. Like, in the way of food. Just so good. Mini Man Martian. Like I said, I was willing to push my hatred for Martian off to the side as long as they beat Edmonton. And I was cheering for Martian. I couldn't believe it, but I actually enjoyed it. And then this year I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give him a break. And then, like I said, he took the guy's helmet, ripped his straps off, and threw him. And I was like, you son of a bitch, I'm trying to be a fan here. Stop being an asshole. Just under 6 minutes to go in the first period. Ekblad back into his own zone. Goes across the Forsling. And Forsling's headed up the ice to the red line and in. Ooh, slowed down, bouncing puck. Boston able to get it up the low boards and out. Ooh, Pastrnak, can he get it across? No, he can't. Almost a dangerous setup. Right back to the middle, but off the stick. That was brutal on an opportunity right across the middle. I already forgot the number. I think that was either Jano or Isamont that just blew that. Shot that's like Chipotle where you can build your own. I'm sure there's got to be some somewhere. You know what I mean? That's just too good of an idea not to have it. 5:13 to go in the first. Face off to the right of Bobrovsky. At the moment, shots are 7-6 Florida. Bennett loses the face off. Then see, ooh, big swing. Zaka won it. Zaka also put that shot right off the backboards. Boston trying to work up. McAvoy from the point shot. Glove save, Bobrovsky, and he covers it up. Some contact there between Ekblad and Arvidsson right in front of the net. There's been a lot of contact in front of the net in this one, and we've only had one huddle. I've been expecting a lot more, but especially if Boston scores before the end of this period, I would expect the second period to be a brawl coming from Boston. Like, Florida would do what they do. Like, we've already had the one fight. I do think it was Boston trying to amp up the crowd. But if Boston manages to score before the end of the period, it'll be huge for the home team. If Florida, like, it'll just be a huge momentum swing, and we're gonna have some good second period hockey. If Florida scores before the end of the period, Boston's gonna come out looking for heads. And if we end up going in 1-0, we'll find somewhere in between the two. We'll have the crowd trying to get the team back into it, with Boston being a little more aggressive. Close call right there as Marchand was in front waiting for the pass. Polinski's up high. Oh, Zaka was the one clear that was there. Oh, Florida just got cross-checked right in front. That was Lustrinin just took a cross-check in front of the net. That was a disaster. We're going to eventually have some of this contact right at the top of the crease called. Like races, what I would suggest, look into making, like, if you enjoy cooking or baking or anything like that, like, I love making food. It doesn't, like, I smoke almost everything all the meat that I eat. Like, I love the process. And so I actually have some apple cider donut mix that I got to make up at some point. And my thing, dude, get yourself some chocolate and some caramel. Get yourself a couple of little mini Snickers and just make up some apple cider donuts and make your own. I guarantee you that shit will be better than anything you'll ever eat out of a store, no matter how fresh it is. Sorry, random thought. I was sitting here thinking, like, donuts, that's right, I got that stuff. All right, well, hey, it's good to see the Windows update at least got my latency picked back up a little bit. Yep. Better cross. Verhaeghe on the high boards. Feeds it down to Reinhardt as he takes a hit. Ekblad throws it down off the back wall in the back of the net. Boston able to get out. Gigi throws it all the way across. Lindholm there to play it. Ooh, Geeky just kind of kicked out Verhaeghe's skate. He didn't fall, though. Florida almost in. Sent back the other way. Oh. Close. Who? Geeky down low on the boards. Gets it all the way around. Pastrnak can't catch up to it. Not able to connect with Greer, who is right on the red line of center. 2.5 minutes to go in the first period. Greer right back the other way. Boquist on the high corner. 71. Or, no. Kunin. Okay. Kunin has it in Florida's zone. He's going to leave it off. See what's happening. Go for a change. Polinski's resets from his own zone. Lundell to his left. stopped. He just ran into the guy that's, I don't know how that wasn't some kind of like interference or something. The puck was definitely gone. Guy blocked his dumping attempt and he just ran the shit out of him. That was great. All the way back, Bobrovsky to the low boards, feeds it up the low wall. Lundell making his way out. Marchand has it, 1:15 to go in the period. Jones, a shot from the blue line, stopped. Boston have it going all the way out. Arvidsson off the low end. He goes for a change. Back behind Bobrovsky. Jones sends it up to Marchand. To Bennett. To Verhaeghe and in. Bennett recovers the loose puck, trying to get towards the net, and he's cut off. Very close to being a great attempt for number 9. Forsling working his way back. That's offsides by a mile, and everybody knows it. So far, it's been pretty much the game I expect. Yeah, right there, dude. Arvidsson gets whacked. He does. He blocks the dump in and then gets the shit kicked. That was rough. There we go. There's that. Making sure everything is set up for intermission. We got 40 seconds left to go in the period. Battle on the low boards. Florida able to get it out. Ekblad looking for a place to go all the way across the ice. He misses Verhaeghe. Boston with 30 seconds trying to do something. It goes right back to Florida. Verhaeghe up to Rodriguez. Back behind Swayman. Boston up to Forsling. Not able to get it out. Battle behind the net. Verhaeghe trying to flip it over to Reinhart. And he could not connect to set up the shot. 10 seconds left as the puck is just outside the Florida zone. Boston offsides. Reinhart dumps it into the high corner. 1-0. We are at first intermission. Florida with the lead. 1-0. Shots sitting at 8-6 in favor of the Panthers. Both sides with one power play. Florida being the only side to end up capitalizing. And that was, again, Lundell just being patient on that high circle, getting it down low to Verhaeghe, back to Lundell, and then on target. Pass Swayman off the post, right underneath the Bruins goaltender. And in a moment of chaos, he panics, lets the puck loose, and Samoskevich buries it. So, all right, y'all, you know the drill. Take a few minutes here. We got probably about 10. I'm going to try and do this as quick as possible so we can get back in and start looking at all the other scores from tonight. So y'all enjoy, get a drink, get some food, watch the show, see Marchand crying. This time for a reason that I actually am like, oh. See you guys in a couple minutes. Yo, Demi! Hey, buddy, I'll be back in a couple minutes, man. I'm gonna try and hurry up. My bad, Demi. Tried to shout you out while I was in the intermission screen. I've got to get that seal. I've got to replace that lid because that seal is horrible. But I see you, Demi. Shit. Take a look at the games that are going on. And there's a couple that start at 4, a couple still to come. So far, and we'll bring that game up for a quick minute. Stars Columbus. No. Kings Blues. Where's the game I wanted? There it is. We're going to peek in on New Jersey and Toronto. Devils are up 3-2 in Toronto. Oilers and the Senators in Ottawa. Oilers winning 2-0 with 16 seconds to go in the second. But the Senators just started a power play. So unless they score quick, we will have a man advantage for Ottawa at the start of the third. San Jose on a power play with 9 minutes to go in the second. Islanders leading 4-2 in New York. Penguins are up 2-1 in Pittsburgh over the Canucks. 3:46 to go in the second. The Capitals at home, crushing the Kraken 3-0 with just under 4 minutes to go in the second. We are getting ready to get back to this game here. Why did that just hang on a second? This says intermission time is up. When I just looked at it, it said 5 minutes or 3 minutes. I'm very curious just how far we are behind. Yo, there you are, Debbie. What's up, buddy? Okay, if Capitals win the second period, it looks possible. Real quick, the Kings and the Blues are tied. 5:30 to go in the first, and the Ducks are up on the Predators with 6:10 to go in the first. Maybe these guys know something I don't. Because the game hasn't started yet, but like I said, the app is already saying intermission is done. Where was it? Washington. I don't. There it is. Good Lord. Little tiny writing that says Capitals. I don't know why their logo is so small. Where's that Capitals game? Yeah. 3 minutes left. Yeah, Demi, I think you're going to be okay. I'll pray for you. Don't think you really need them. Do this real quick. Oh, actually, that's what I wanted to see. Is my boy in? Yeah, he is. Logan Thompson stuffing him. All right. We don't seem too far behind. Probably about 11 seconds behind. That's actually not too bad. Boston behind Bobrovsky. Battle for it. Mikkola winning that battle. Back to center. Boston pitching it up ahead. And it's going to be an offsides to start the second period. Huh. Brad Marchand. At the 5-second mark, he gets the first shot of the game. At the 33-second mark, he draws a penalty. At the minute 1 second mark, he gets an assist on the goal. They That's a hell of a first minute back to the Garden. Puck in the center. Boston trying to throw it up ahead. Knocked down by Verhaeghe. He makes his way in but can't get it deep. Boston clears right to the stick of Forsling. Okay, they called a high stick. They're bringing the puck out of the zone. Oh, let me get my charger here. Got all kinds of stuff going on. Tuesday night main event with G&G. Vegas Matt live. Like a bunch of stuff I usually have on the second monitor. All right. I'm trying to catch up to where the puck is here. From neutral, tossed in around the boards on the low wall. Right, Rodriguez has it in the Boston zone. Throwing it back behind Swayman. Boquist couldn't quite reach it. Florida controlling back to the low boards. Back to Rodriguez. Low dot. Shoots on a hard angle and misses the net. Boston's going to take it right out. Stretch pass to get ahead. He has some space. Middlestat shoots. And Bobrovsky makes the save. Another great attempt for the Boston Bruins. But Bob was ready. Yeah. It went into his elbow. So he just went straight. He went full T-Rex. Just full. Florida able to stay on side. Gadjevich ends up sending one up into the glass. Oh, over the glass. We'll get a face-off in the Boston zone. 2 minutes gone in the first. Shots are 8-7 Panthers. Oh, I know who that is. Boston should have won the face-off. Greer gets it and scores. Buries it past the short side of Swayman. Oh, man. I was not expecting a goal right there. I will be honest. I don't know who that was for Boston. I don't know if Gadjevich got a stick on it towards Greer. It looks like the Boston guys, Janot and what is that, Lore? They both kind of fighting over the puck. Gadjevich fighting through, so it's not clean for either one of them. Puck ends up right on Greer's stick, and he buries it. Get it up. Scoring for the Florida Panthers. Number 10, A.J. Greer. I was trying to remember his name. Yeah, dude. It's Gadjevich is making a way over there, but it's two Boston sticks that smack each other. It ended up being Boston that fought over the puck and lost. Oh, almost a great recovery from Boston, but he misses the open chance. Boston trying to open up a little bit, but they cannot beat Bobrovsky right now. Puck tipped in. Lundell's going to end up with it. Tries to bounce it off the wall to somebody, and that didn't go well. All the way across, and Pasternak couldn't catch and shoot. That's what I'm saying, Demi. Let's go. I'm guessing Capitals finished off that the second period, no problem. Rahagi across to Marchand, and that doesn't connect. Dude, when I flipped over and saw there was 3 minutes left in the second period and Caps had 2 goals, oof. I had to say, I'd have been sitting pretty comfortable in about that moment. Let's go, buddy. Pasternak shoots, misses the net. Let's go, Debbie. Good shit. Not a bad way to spend a Tuesday evening. Verhaeghe tries to go all the way back. Boston picking it off. 3-on-2 if they hurry. They cannot. They scored 2 out the gate. I stopped sweating. There it is. Yeah, I didn't even look at the time that they scored. Yeah, that's when you crack open the beer and just, okay, cool. Anyway, what else is going on today? That's going to be icing on Boston. Face off coming back in front of Swayman. Damn, dude, I didn't realize Rodriguez was a little guy. That was Geeky. Geeky had a great opportunity, and he just missed the net. Bob was sitting there ready, but he missed the net. That was a little brutal. Greer behind Swayman. Fed up to the high board. Jones goes right back down behind the goalie. Gadjevich fighting through. Zach Mikula trying to pinch down to help out, and Boston's going to go back the other way. All the way back behind Bob. What is that? Offsides? They called it icing. I thought somebody touched that. Just over 4.5 gone in the second period, and Florida is sitting pretty at 2-0. So, yeah, dude, Bergeron, Lucic. That team back in the day, man. That's what that Boston team when Marchand was a rookie or maybe second year. That, like I said, Tim Thomas, Tuukka Rask, Lucic, Bergeron, like all those guys, that was a hell of a team. Boston dumping it in from neutral all the way around the low boards. Samiskevich is there, but he throws it right off the skate. Right off the skate of Middlestad. Zach is able to get it towards the center. Forsling stops it, decides to take it right back. That, I am surprised Arvidsson is not getting called on boarding. I know they're not going to show it again, but I like to see it again. Florida gets it all the way down to Swayman. Dude, Rodriguez like a bat out of hell deep into the zone. Marchand not too far behind, and now we do have a penalty. And it's going to be a hook on Boston. Florida going to the power play once again. Wait, never mind. Marchand's going to the box. I swear that they blew the whistle when Boston touched it. They must have blown the whistle when Florida touched it. Clearly a hook. See, I was confused as to how that worked, but now we know. Bruins going on the power play again. Nothing going their first time out. Damn, Boston was the 4th worst power play in the NHL last year. That's wild. Down low, totally missed the net. Boston down low baseline. Lindholm to Pasternak, top of the high circle. He's going to try to throw it towards the net, but it goes off Mikula's skate. Into the low corner. Zaka looking for someplace to go. Lindholm battling for his life every time the puck comes near him. Boston's able to get it out. McAvoy at the high point. Back across the blue line to Pasternak. Into the center. Geeky. Down the wall to Pasternak. Back to Geeky at the low point. Across the blue line to the center. Top of the high circle. Back to the blue line. Top of the low circle. Back to the blue line. McAvoy down low to Pasternak across. And it doesn't connect. Great backdoor opportunity. Does not find its way. That was Zaka on the high side baseline trying to stuff it home. Lori throws it behind him. Arvidsson chasing in. And Middlestat forgot the puck as he tried to enter the zone. Minute 9 gone on the Boston power play. Just under 7 minutes gone in the period. Yeah, Pasternak to Zaka, but Rodriguez. Nope, that's Mikkola with a fantastic stick to break up that pass. That was great. Laurie comes in. Arvidsson tries to pitch it back. There's a lot of pressure on that low wall. They keep trying to force it, though. No wonder Boston is struggling on their power play. Lundell throws it down on Swayman. And here comes Boston. And towards the high corner, the backhand goes right onto the stick of Lundell. 15 seconds on the power play as Swayman settles it to Jokiharju. Here comes Middlestat to the red line, dumping it into the Florida zone, going to chase it. Belinsky's is back first. He's able to get it out, but miscommunication. Boston takes it back right in the center, misses the net wide. That's Yzerman trying to take the shot under pressure. Rodriguez out of the zone, pass all the way up. Just as we go to 5-on-5 hockey. Boquist trying to get it to Rodriguez while he's in the middle of a fight. All the way into the Florida zone. Right back the other way. Boston controls in their territory. Big pressure and a big hit. Oh, okay. Some contact at the blue line that nobody seemed to see. There's a lot of that happening. He's able to get it in. He has to fight off somebody. Petrie does as he goes into the zone. Bennett forced off his stick. Jeez, we're having some back to tennis game here. All the way down. A little bit of a soft pass as Boston's trying to clear. Some good contact. Ooh, some more good contact. Some collateral damage there as one of the Bruins lost a helmet. All right. 10:58 to go in the second. Shots are 9 apiece. Bruins power play not doing too hot. I gotta grab something real quick. If I can crack my back while just sitting here. Oh, sort of. Oh, okay. Y'all should have had to see that. Just under 10.5 to go in the second period. McAvoy from behind his own net all the way up. Pasternak leaves it back. Quick little move. Zadorov can't get it past Bobrovsky. Lori all the way across. Big shot from the middle of the point. Fought off by Bob. Did they? Where they at? Damn. 4-1 Penguins over the Canucks in second intermission. No shit. Dude, there are some whoopings happening. Well, two of them aren't as bad. You got the Devils up 4-2 in Toronto. Oilers up 2-0 in Ottawa. Islanders up 4-2 in New York. Penguins up 4-1 in Pitt. Capitals up 3-0 in Washington. Panthers up 2-0. Kings and Blues made it to first intermission without a goal, and the Ducks and the Preds are 1-1 at first intermission. Then you go back. Wow, dude, Columbus is beating Dallas 2-0 right now at first intermission. The shots are 14-5 Columbus. I wasn't expecting that out of Dallas. They really did take off, didn't they? Oh, I was expecting that to happen. Ottawa has brought it to a 1-goal game with Edmonton. Gonna try and keep an eye on that score. Because if Ottawa can find a way to tie it late, that's gonna be a fun last 5 minutes of the game. Even if they're able to keep it within one or tie it, the last 5 minutes and the overtime are gonna be great. Damn it, I didn't take advantage of the commercial break. We'll try and make it to the next one. I gotta crack the shit out of my back. That's a grown man in a Panthers onesie with a Barkov jersey doing this and growling to his team's coach behind the interview. That's interesting. Ugh. Yeah. Hey. Sports, man. All right. Ekblad cutting off the Bruins in the middle of the ice. Boston's going to head back into their zone. McAvoy making some decisions, fed up the high wall, and tipped out of play. A Marchand goal. The yes is plus 165. The minus is 240. I'm surprised Marchand hasn't had more opportunities yet. He had that one right off the bat. 5 seconds he had the first shot on goal. It wasn't a great chance, though. He's had a couple of times where he's been in position in front of the net, but hasn't connected with the puck. Dude, whatever I just cracked released my soul because the whole middle of my back just wants to fold on itself. Holy shit. Like my chest, I feel like I could take a deep breath. Just, ow. Damn. It's one of those you love when it happens, but shit, dude. Ow. They're showing Vancouver Pitt right now. Crosby just off the face off to the center, buries one. That man is too good. I'll always say Ovechkin knows how to score. Crosby is probably is the best hockey player of our time. Delayed penalty turns into a shot on goal. Bobrovsky catches it in his elbow, but Boston's going to the power play again. Looks like Mikola's going to the box for the trip on this one. Yep. He did make the right decision. You can definitely say that. He just straight stuck out his foot and took him down. That was potentially 3-0 right there, so. All right, commercial break. I'm going to lay down real quick and crack my back into position. One sec. Oh, that shit always hurts so fucking bad, dude. Oh my god. Oh, Boston. Delayed offsides. Still offsides. I would have just, if I was forcing, I would have just chilled. Able to clear it all the way down. Whew. Geeky up to Pasternak, trying to look across for McAvoy. Can't beat Ekblad's skate. Zaka up to the high boards. Geeky back to Zaka. Low point. Back to Geeky on the blue line. He's going to take it down to the low boards. Tries to feed it through the skates of Kunin. No going. Oh, to the point, McAvoy. Lindholm back to McAvoy on the blue line. Top of the high circle. Geeky trying to go all the way across to Lindholm. On the low dot. Doesn't connect. Pasternak to Lindholm. Back to Pasternak. Low baseline. Tries to squeeze it up high from a hard angle. Hits the side of the net. Lindholm across to McAvoy. Down to the low circle. Into the middle and tipped away and out of the zone. 35 seconds to go on the Boston power play. 7.5 left in the second period. Holy shit. My back. Marchand making some moves. He's got Lundell. And Lundell gets stopped by Swayman. Oh, that was a great decision by Marchand, but I wish he would have shot it. I wanted him to try and beat Swayman. But he had the pass, so that was definitely the right decision. And insane to think that he didn't get a little selfish right there. But I think Florida's changed him. Marchand cutting up at the blue line, gets pushed back the other way. We are back to even strength hockey. Swayman leaves it off. Puck comes down on the low boards in the Boston zone. Kept in. Verhaeghe trying to get it through the middle. He does. And that pass gets stopped by a Boston skate. Puck comes out to the middle. Jones swats at it. Can't get it back the other way. So Boston's going to get deep. Flames, I'm with you on this one, man. Go Panthers. Reinhardt heading out. He's got some help. Bennett trying to get the backhand all the way across. Good defense by Boston. Zadorov across the red line and into the Florida zone. He's got Viel with them. And Caroli, I can't remember. Either way, Florida clears it out. Boston back into their zone, and they send it all the way down. Petrie puts it into a Boston skate. Panthers have guys out. That's why they've lost some games. Yeah. I definitely know they have a couple guys out, but it's one of those that with that, I don't feel as disappointed, but I've been very disappointed in the way they've played. Just I've only seen a couple of games, so my knowledge is admittedly limited, but especially lately, they've been a little rough. Boston trying to wrap around. They end up there's no way that's a goal. They push Bobrovsky over. There's no way that Boston did not push him in. I think we're going to find out right now. Yep, and now we got guys going at it. Yzerman, Janowicz. Yzerman's a punk. Don't even if Yzerman gets in your face and he doesn't. Korzak made him turtle. Like, come on. Buffalo team, yeah. And Marchand having his little fit where he stole the helmet and then ripped the straps off. That's one of those where it's like, come on, guys. Yeah, like that is one of the easier no-goal calls that like we've seen in a while. There was one against Vegas. Eichel pushed the pad of, I want to say Swayman. Actually, now that I think about it. Oh my God, my back, dude. I said I laid down and cracked and popped my back, so everything's loose. And now the sternum right here, it doesn't know how to hold my body upright because the muscles are so loose. So it's wild. Wow, that doctor was tiny. I don't know if anybody saw the commercial I just saw, but good Lord. Nothing against him. That's just a little dude. Protein Starbucks, huh? How much protein? Dude, I don't know, man. I feel like Starbucks shouldn't be advertising protein by showing, look, all our drinks have this white frothy stuff on top. I don't know about that, man. All right, now I got a Jameson commercial. The only time I've ever enjoyed Jameson, it was in the limo after my sister's wedding. We're driving around waiting for everybody to get to the reception. And we had a bottle in the thing. We had beers, and then we had a bottle of Jameson and a bottle of the Skull vodka. And I shot the Jameson straight, and I was in my 20s, so that's why I was typically drinking whiskey straight. And I hated the Jameson. Took a shot of that vodka and was like, damn, that's actually not too bad. So then I chased the Jameson with the vodka. And that is the only time I have ever enjoyed a shot of Jameson. My ex loved picklebacks, which was the grossest shit I have ever, no. All right, Florida. In the Boston zone. Miklo with the quick turn and shoot off of Swayman. Then Lindell misses the rebound. Florida starting to... right up front. Lindell puts it right off of Swayman. A couple of great saves by the Boston goaltender. Trying to feed up front. Geeky not able to connect with Lindholm. And Lustrinin is out the other way. Pitching it ahead to Marchand. It doesn't work. Lustrinin goes down as he loses the puck. All the way up ahead to Bobrovsky, and now Florida is going to head the other way. Marchand to Rodriguez into the Boston zone. He spins up as the puck's knocked away. Good Lord. 4:10 to go in the second period. Yeah, he stuffed, shoved Bobrovsky out of the way. Go! No. Get out of here, dude. All right, puck through neutral, and it's going to go up and out of play. .355 to go in the second period. And then, as always, intermission break, and we come back for the wrap-up of the game. Let's see what's going on in that Edmonton-Ottawa game real quick. 2-2. Ooh, I might actually hang out for intermission. We'll check out Ottawa and Edmonton, see what happens over there. Florida, Forsling to the red line and in. Verhaeghe battling for it. Boston will not get it out. Bennett trying to get it back down low. Now Boston has it. Puck up front for Boston. VL could not put it in. Staley in. Shot from the top of the high circle. Puck's loose. Verhaeghe's able to throw it into the corner before VL just checks the shit out of him well after the puck's gone. Yeah, Zadorov right up the gut, gets it up ahead. And then a great pass towards VL, but it was that Kastelik. That's why Bob Ross, I thought he went for the pass and it was bouncing, but he actually went for the shot and the puck went off of Bob. And dude just wasn't ready for it. VL just wasn't ready. Under 3 minutes. Florida from the low wall. Gadjevich puts it on net towards Swayman, who covers it up. Face off coming in the Bruins zone. Shots are 17-13 Boston. Bruins have really started to pick up their shooting. I said, Bob he's ready. It's Greer has his shot blocked. Belinsky's versus Arvidsson, and Belinsky's wins. Puck comes out to Gadjevich, but he misses it. So Boston, Lindholm trying to be cute with it. It doesn't work. Kunin gets hooked as he goes into the zone, and that is going to be another power play to the Florida Panthers with 2:25 to go in the second. Oh, they called it a trip, not a hook. Okay, he got his legs. I thought he hooked up at his body, but Kunin went to step over Zaka's stick, and Zaka lifted it right up into his crotch. Hard to argue that one. Face off to the right of Swayman. Lundell loses the face off. I didn't see who was in for Boston. All the way back to Bobrovsky. Let's see a Marchand goal. Jones forgets he has to take the puck with him. Leaves it back. Lundell. Reinhardt fed up to Samoskevich. Trying to get it lower, but dude, the black jerseys just swarm Samoskevich. Jones. Able to get it in. And again, Samoskevich is just grabbed and thrown. Holy cow. Bruins not afraid to get physical in their penalty kill. They are just swarming the puck. Everybody else is whatever at this point. Puck all the way around the low boards. Reinhardt to Lundell. Lundell up to Samoskevich. Across the blue line to Jones. Back to Samoskevich. And he goes down below the net. Marchand tipped off of Reinhart stick to Jones. To Reinhart to Jones. To Marchand, top of the high circle. Back to Jones at the point. Back to Marchand, top of the high circle. Down to the baseline. It's missed. But Lindell's able to play it back up to Jones. Across the blue line to Marchand. He shoots. Tipped by Reinhart, but fought off up and out of play. 37 seconds to go on the Florida power play. 1:02 to go in the second period. They were trying to get it to the high baseline and across to Reinhart, but Samoskevich missed that pass from Marchand. Yeah, it looked like Reinhart got a piece, but Swayman was lucky to get a piece as well. Face off to the right of Swayman. Ooh, Lusterinen overskates it. Boston gets the puck and clears it. Ekblad has some pressure. He gets some help by Verhaeghe. Ekblad around to Bennett. He'll get a little bit of space all the way up ahead. He missed Lusterinen. Nope. He missed Rodriguez. Got to Lusterinen, who saved him. Rodriguez towards the net. Goes right across the crease. On the high boards, Boston. 5 seconds left on the Florida power play. Florida has it. 1. That's it. 20 seconds to go in the second period at full strength. Bennett with a great pass up front. Lusterinen couldn't get anything on the shot, and it's because we have a hook. And we have 16.8 seconds. We were on 5-on-5 for 10 seconds, and the Boston Bruins get a hook. So we go right back to the power play. Oh, he went right up between his legs to get his hands. That is one of the wildest hooks I've ever seen. You gotta love it. All right, 16.8. And once this period ends, we're going to flip over to Ottawa, Edmonton. Last I checked, it was 2-2. I'm not going to check yet. I'm hoping it's going to be 2-2 when we get over there with like 6 minutes left. Puck comes through. Boston ends up with it. They're going to clear it all the way down. Florida may try to go back. Jones with speed. They're going. 5 seconds. Into the zone. Shoot it. Samoskevich kind of does. And we are done with this period. All right. 2-0 Florida at the end of 2. We'll see if Boston has any energy when they come out in the third. If they had any sense of anything, they would come out with the sole purpose of beating the shit out of everybody. Because nothing else is working. So you might as well try the physical game. All right, 7:24 to go in the third. Edmonton in Ottawa, 2-2. Shots are 21-19 Senators. Ottawa gets it and dumps it in on behind the Edmonton net, and Edmonton clears right back out. Dude, those black jerseys for Ottawa remind me of oh, damn it. I can't believe is it Team Russia? Mighty Ducks 2, the ones that wear black. What team are they? Man, I've got to go watch Mighty Ducks now. Mighty Ducks 2. All right, Edmonton. Nurse at the blue. Dumps it in behind Ottawa's goalie. Puck into the high point, sliding down the blue line. Yo, Nate, what up, buddy? Never mind, it's bet $5K on Dallas to win in regulation. They lose by 2. Damn, at 8:18 because I knew they was going to lose. Yeah. Yeah, dude, you need to not be doing that shit. Yeah, don't, you need to not be doing that shit. At least you pulled something out. Now just don't be stupid and go trying to make that into something. Little wins at a time add up, and it's a lot safer. Ottawa able to clear the zone. Is that my boy? Man, it's been so long since I've watched this. I think it's been since since playoffs, right? But that is Amadio. I always forget where my former players went, man, until I see them pop up. Edmonton picking it off. Ottawa's fighting through it. So far, this has been like, there's no way these guys are at 100% energy, but they're riding steady at like 92. Like, both sides are fast. They're skating hard. Sticks are good. I might have to rewatch this game because from what I've seen so far, it's been awesome. And Edmonton was up 2-0 at one point. Ottawa started the period with over a minute and a half of power play time, and they scored. Next thing I look, 2-2. Like, hell yeah, bro. Let's get on this game. Edmonton all the way in and across the blue line. All the way across, and they don't connect. Edmonton trying to build some space. Ottawa is up their ass. I don't know the guys on the team well enough to call out names with these two. And I never want to with Edmonton. Ooh, a good pick in the middle. That is. Wait, is that? Never mind. Dude, both sides, they get a moment of possession in the other side zone, and then it's just chaos until the puck leaves. Nothing going towards the net. When we popped over, it was like 7:21 to go in the third. We're at 3:41 to go in the third, and the shots are the same. So we are just seeing attack the shit out of everybody hockey with nothing getting through to the net. I haven't seen a game like this in a while. Not where you go 4 minutes, 5 minutes with neither side getting a shot. Usually it's one side dominance. There goes McDavid putting one on net. I'm guessing that's Olmark in for, yep, Olmark's in for Ottawa. So he looks good right now. All right, let's check on the other games real quick while we wait for a commercial. What we got? Devils in the Leafs, still 4-2 Devils, 9:12 to go in the third in Toronto. We're watching this one right now. Sharks and the Islanders, still 4-2 Islanders in New York, 11 minutes to go in the third. 8:51 to go in Pitt, and the Penguins have stepped up another one. 5-1 Penguins over the Canucks. Capitals up 3-1 over the Kraken. Scored one in the first, two in the second. We're at 7:26 to go in the third. We'll see if the Kraken are able to score before they decide to pull the goalie. Sitting here, we have 10 minutes to go in intermission for the Panthers and the Bruins. Panthers leading 2-0. 8:21 to go in St. Louis. The Kings over the Blues, 1-0. And we are tied 2-2 in Nashville. Ducks and the Predators with Anaheim on a power play. 12:18 to go in the second. Blue Jackets and the Stars in Dallas, 2-0 Columbus, 9:36 to go in the second. When I checked earlier at first intermission, Columbus had, I believe, 14 or 15 shots to Stars 5. So you know how that game's going. At least the Stars have been able to pick up shots in the first half of the second period. And coming out after this game is the Avalanche and the Mammoth. Really interested to watch that game. I think Colorado should be able to chop up Utah pretty good, but you never know. All right, just over 3 minutes to go in Ottawa. Edmonton finally adding a shot after minutes, almost 5 minutes of no shots either way. McDavid storming up the ice into the zone. Oh, broken stick on the low side for 92 Edmonton. back out to neutral. Edmund or Amadio. Every time I look, Amadio is mixed up in a play that's coming out of the Senators zone and going into Edmonton zone. I love it. Edmonton or Amadio is one of those guys that 100% on his side of things. 2.5 to go in the third. Not sure if we went icing or out of play. Okay, I'm starting to remember a couple of these guys' names, but I'm nowhere near. Face off to the right of the Edmonton goalkeeper. Taken out into neutral, circling back is Ottawa. Storming in on the low boards, feeding it back behind the goalie. Edmonton, I don't just waiting. Dallas comes back. I'm gonna crush the fuck out. Dude, don't even look at the score. It's not worth it anymore. Like at this point, you checking the score is you deciding to shoot yourself in the foot. Like, I definitely get it, but you cashed out, so there's no point even thinking about it anymore. You know what I mean? And I know, easier said than done. See, how we been on power plays in this game? You got 2 for Edmonton. They scored once. And you got 3 for Ottawa, and they scored once. Nurse back behind his own net. Puck all the way up and into neutral. And Edmonton is having a real hard time. They've got... Oh, no, both sides do have a shot on goal. Nurse takes a hit back behind his net. Minute 30. Ekholm from behind his own net looking for somewhere to go. To the high wall. All the way down. This is everybody. Ottawa's going to come back up their low boards. Ekholm with a hard check. But Ottawa gets it out. And we are inching closer to 60 seconds. Hopefully they get a hurry on starting this overtime because I want to watch this before Boston and Florida get back. Edmonton, McDavid chasing the puck into the high corner. He gets beat. Ottawa up the low boards through neutral. Cutting across. Batherson. It's buffering. Try that again. There we go. 20 seconds. Ottawa in the Edmonton zone. Oilers send it all the way down the ice. And that's going to be an icing. So face off in the Oilers zone with 13 and a half seconds to go in a tied game. See how much longer we have in intermission. Still have 5 minutes, so they're going to need to hurry up with this overtime win. And they call a timeout. Like, dude. I want to watch and enjoy this, not be focusing on the game I actually came to see. A lot of games getting down to the wire. Oh, the Sharks were able to come within a point. 4-3 Islanders. Sharks with 10 seconds left on a power play. 7.5 to go in the game. That's going to be, we're going to hover over that one and check it out. That could be another really good overtime game to check out if the Sharks can pull it off. Ba, 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 ba. I should have taken this time. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. Still haven't decided. Either the Wild and the Devils or the Red Wings and the Sabres. The only reason I would watch the Red Wings and the Sabres is because I want to watch Detroit play. I haven't done that much. I've seen a little bit of New Jersey and I've seen a little bit of Minnesota. So, like I said, I haven't decided yet, but one of those two. Or I think I was also, yeah, no, that's Canadian. Okay. 7 seconds. Edmonton won the face-off, so they're just going to be happy. Nurse kind of chucks it towards the goalie, and Omar kicks it off to the side. We're going to overtime. Every now and then, got to stretch out my back and my chest and make sure I'm breathing, all that good stuff. There we go. All right, so we got both games up. Whenever Florida Boston comes back, we'll focus on that. But like I said, I want to see this overtime. Let's get up and stretch. Get the blood moving. Get the muscles loose. Oh. It feels good to stretch. I promise you. Just get in the habit. Oh, shit. Oh. All right. I'm going to sit down in a second. Man, my back killing me. Fuck. That didn't feel good. I'm 35, man. But I always did sports, snowboarded, did a lot of stupid shit, so my body's all beat the fuck. Draisaitl circling around, looking for a place to go. Feeds it up front. We got a penalty on Ottawa going 4-3 as Stützle's going to the box. 25 seconds. We made it in a 3-on-3 before we're going 4-on-3. Like to see that from a little different angle. I mean, he looked guilty. Yep, nope. The way the coach just reacted, he's 100% guilty. From that angle, though, it looks it looks like he missed his hand. Doesn't matter. Immediately, a potential hold or a hook could have been called, but nothing. Ottawa's able to clear it all the way down. Minute 45 to go on the power play. Draisaitl to McDavid, up to the high wall. Back to the point. Bouchard to McDavid, making a move, working behind the net. Trying to get in the center, gets it to Draisaitl down low, tries to go across in a great stick. Ottawa can go 2-on-2 if they hurry. They're going to chuck it into that corner. Do a lot of killing time. 70 seconds to go on the power play. A minute 20 gone in the overtime. Bouchard right up the gut. Low dot. Back to Bouchard. Across to McDavid. High dot towards the net, goes wide off a stick. Ottawa's able to get in the center, and now we have another potential 2-on-1 opportunity. We got him coming in from behind, fed back out front, and picked off by Edmonton. A lot of good work by the Senators, but the Oilers are able to stay active enough to block it. McDavid, a bad turnover in the Ottawa zone, sets up Edmonton. McDavid to Draisaitl on the low dot, up high to McDavid, back to Draisaitl, all the way across to Bouchard, to McDavid, to Bouchard, shot, save, Ullmark to the low wall, 10 seconds left on the power play, Draisaitl in the middle to Bouchard, big swing, save, Ullmark, and he knocks his helmet off. What a job by Ullmark in this overtime, standing firm. The guys in front of him letting him down a little bit, and he is just a brick wall in net. You gotta love it. Florida and Boston are getting ready to come back. Oh. Yep. Oh. 5 left. 5 seconds left till Stützle comes out. Oh. Edmonton wins it, and they score. Nugent Hopkins. Is that Nugent Hopkins? Who is that? Oilers win it. No, it's Wallman. Wallman ends it. Crazy game. Oh. There we go. So now back to Florida, Boston. Florida with a minute left on their power play. 19 and a quarter. So 45 seconds gone in the first period. Reinhart all the way around the low boards, able to get it to Jones. Samoskevich tips it out, and Boston's able to get it mostly down the ice. 45 seconds to go on the power play. A minute gone in the period. Bennett to Ekblad, to Bennett, to Verhaeghe, back to Bennett. Bennett backhands it. Swayman makes the save. Big time turnout for the Bruins goaltender. That was fantastic. You could see the play developing all the way across, and then you had Lusternin following up. And I mean, just by the tip of his chinny chin glove. 30 seconds on the power play. Lusternin heading in. Feeds it to the high wall. Bob. Going to get it up to Ekblad, to Bennett. 10 seconds left as Bennett enters the zone. He's trying to go way across, but there's 4 black jerseys in front of him. Bruins send it down there. It's clear what the method is for Boston. Swarm the puck. As soon as they enter the zone, swarm the puck. Bennett again gets it deep. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Verhaeghe back in the high corner. Bennett sends it to the point. Mikkola down to Verhaeghe. Rodriguez below the Boston net, up to the point. Mikkola shoots, and it goes wide. Boston able to collect and get clear. Oh, Pastrnak tries to lean into Forsling, and Forsling puts Pasta on his ass. Dude, if that had just happened in Florida, the roof of the building would have blown off the place. Greer able to get it centered. Puck bouncing around in front. Boston's going to be able to get it clear of the crease. Arvidsson all the way back down the other way. Good defense by Balinskis. Yo, what up, Jesus? Boston finally scores as Bob leaves a wide open net for Zaka. Man, big time save for Jeremy Swayman. And then a big goal right there for Boston, but for Zaka. Why he came back below the net, I do not understand. That was such a terrible defensive decision. I'm not sure who that was, but the puck's on its way out. I think that might have been Greer. Just decides he's going to play the puck back behind the net. Petrie whiffs on it. Boom, boom, goal. We got ourselves a game, gentlemen. Marchand towards the center. Mikkola from the red line blasted in on the low wall. All the way around to the high corner. Back behind Swayman. And McAvoy's going to get it out to center ice. Mikkola whiffs on it. 2-on-1 for Boston. And he couldn't recover. McAvoy plays it down the low wall. We've got a penalty coming to the Florida Panthers. McAvoy takes a shot. Bobrovsky's able to fight it off. Still on the delayed penalty. And Jones is able to tap it. Oh, man, what a moment of chaos that was. And this could be a turning point for this game. Now, Boston's power play has been shit. So, damn it, I don't want to do that. Yes. 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 Kastelik. 47 is Kastelik. I'll remember that. I won't remember that. Dude, what a time. That has been happening. Go through the stream. The amount of times I said there's a lot of contact in front of the crease. That is exactly what has been happening all game. They wait till this situation to blow the whistle. Was it a cross check? Yeah. But we got to get consistent referees, man. Too many times they let shit go all game. And then, like I said, 4 minutes into or 3.5 minutes into the third period, they're going to call something that's been happening all game just after Boston scored. McAvoy from the low point down to Geeky. Back to McAvoy. Skating the blue line. Down low to Pasternak. Back to McAvoy. Sorry. Back to Pasternak. Top of the high circle. All the way down under the baseline. Circling back straight up to the middle. McAvoy shoots. And hits Kunin right in front of him. McAvoy again down on the low baseline. Top of the high circle. Goes all the way across. That was definitely a little pass shot that did not connect. Geeky behind Florida's net. Ekblad pressuring him. Surprised they didn't call a hooking on Ekblad right there. But it doesn't matter because Boston scores. And we have ourselves a tie game. Like I said, I don't have too much to say other than what I've said, but that cross check, yes, the right thing to do was call it. However, that should have been called about 4 times this game, and it wasn't. So I don't like it being called in this situation or in that situation. But it doesn't matter what I think because it was called and Boston scored. Oh, dude, I don't know what I'm going to eat when this game is done, but I'm fucking looking forward to it. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Things in the world are going to get very interesting. Tipped by Lindholm in just 5 holes, Bob. Oh, Samoskevich gets a close opportunity, but can't beat Swayman. We're going to get some crazy hockey for the next 15 minutes, guys. Buckle up. This is going to be a fun game to watch. Florida able to force it out. Bunch of extracurriculars happening. Right back in. Samoskevich goes down. Shot off of Bob Roski. Puck on the high wall. Florida. Great back check by Boston, but Florida is able to get it out. Jones to Boquist, who dumps it in. Swayman up his low boards. Turned over. Mikkola dumping it around. Reinhart chasing it with Verhaeghe. And the puck goes up and out of play. Now Bennett getting in the face of somebody, of Kastelik. And now we have Reinhart. Here we go. Zaka, I think, shoved somebody, and Reinhart did not like it. And now Zaka's... Oh, that needs to be a Boston penalty. Zadorov just ripped off one of their helmets. That's supposed to be an automatic penalty. So with everything going on, I think you send 2. Well, these guys are definitely going. You kick them out for fighting. You give each side a 2-minute. And then you give an extra 2-minute for ripping the helmet off. Like I said, Bennett and whoever was rolling on the ground, you're gone. 5 minutes, whatever, 10 minutes, whatever you want to do. As that give 2 more penalties. You can even give it to them, roughing. But Zadorov should be in the box for removing a helmet. And I guarantee you he won't be. Okay. Like I said, I still think you give him an extra one for removing the helmet. Like, that's extra penalty. But Reinhart did not like Zadorov pushing Verhaeghe, and then Bennett came flying in. And I said this was going to happen. It's Boston starts getting angry. They start doing little shit, and Florida is not the team to put up with it. Like, that's exactly what it is right now, man. Still got 14 in a quarter. So you got Reinhart and Bennett in the box, and Zadorov, and I'm not sure who for Boston in the box. Fuck, I'm hungry. Boston wins the face-off. Up the low boards. They're putting their hands in the wrong shark tank. Yeah. Yeah, no, this is... like, you may even be able to beat up Florida, but Florida's... this ain't a team of bitches. They'll definitely, like... You ain't just gonna dog walk them. You're gonna fight. Boston, bad turnover by Florida. Shot and save by Bob Roski. And there goes Ekblad. Kastelik needs to fuck off. He should have been... He's one of those guys that should have been in the box already. Dude, that save by Swayman changed the game. Because then immediately they went down and scored. And then the power play goal. All right, commercial. Give me a second. I'm coming. Oh, shit. I need to actually go, like, to a chiropractor or something. I just haven't been able to. But, man, every time I move, it's just clack, clack, clack. Right from tailbone to my neck. Boston, quick shot off the skate of Mikkola. I'm with you. Let's go. Are they about to score? Ooh. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Rodriguez going to the box on a trip. 13:21 to go in the third. Pasternak went down. Shots at 24-18 Boston. Yep. Dang. Okay. And they got some guys out too, because still in the box are Bennett. I think Bennett, Reinhardt, and now Rodriguez. Yeah, he got beat, and he made a bad decision since he got beat for sure. Yeah, they've scored. They haven't been fantastic, but they've scored on the power play. So let's see. Great job by Lustraninan with the help of Kunin. Shot fought off by Swayman. Lustraninan and Kunin doing a good job together there. Foot race. Swayman comes out, almost picked off. That was close. Uh-oh. Okay, Florida able to recover and get the puck all the way back down. 45 seconds gone in the power play. Puck all the way down to Bobrovsky. Mikkola. Able to get it clear. McAvoy looking for something to do. Gets it to Zaka. Down low to Geeky. All the way around to the high boards. Lundell putting pressure on Pasternak. He gets it to Lohrei. Arvidsson back to Lohrei. Back to Pasternak. Feeds it down low to Geeky. Jones in there to take the bouncing puck. Doesn't clear it. Arvidsson on the low board under pressure. Marchand might have just grabbed him. Marchand might have just gotten away with a hold, which I won't complain because that should have been a hold right there. Lundell going down trying to make a play, gets spun off the puck. Jokiharju in with Middlestat all the way across up high. Isamon, Jokiharju can't get the pass through. Great stick by Ekblad. Arvidsson just getting his ass kicked by Ekblad. Ekblad can't pick up his stick. So he's just here to kick ass at this point. Forsling puck ends up coming to Bobrovsky. We'll have a little huddle. Arvidsson and Ekblad going at it on the ground right there. Ooh. Yeah, dude, I already know. I'm gonna make some pizza, do some wings. Maybe not pizza. Maybe I'll do fries. Just make a fuck ton of wings and fries. I'm very hungry. Sorry. 1 second left on the Boston power play. 11:21 to go in the third. Oh. I've got hot sauce, so I'll just make a little bit of butter and the hot sauce, and then I've got some garlic parm stuff. So I'll make a little bit of each. All right, Boston. Cross the red line into the Florida zone. We are back to full strength hockey. Shot on Bob. Makes the save, kicks it back out. Ooh, someone just... Who was that for Florida that just got his ass kicked? Butter the wings. I got to try that for sure. Yeah. It's the butter. Since it's with the fat, it'll cut the spice a little bit, but you're basically going to thicken it up so that it sticks better to the wings. And that's how you get that bright orange color out of a reddish hot sauce. Like a Frank's Red Hot. You mix with butter, you'll get that perfect orange. I like to add some garlic butter in when I do it, but since I'm going to do garlic parm wings, I don't have to worry about that. I don't know, it made me want to do spicy. Yeah, dude, it's so bomb. Like I said, it's just the biggest reason is because most hot sauces are vinegar based. Not all, but most. And so they're real runny. So you want them to be able to stick. You want to actually enjoy the sauce instead of getting a dry ass wing. Yeah, that was big. Ekblad up to Marchand. Marchand ahead to Lustranin and trying to make a move. He did score. It bounces right back out, but Florida is able to go up by one. Lustranin with an incredible goal. Guy hanging all over him. And he buries it past Swayman. Man, he had everybody up his ass. Or not everybody. He had Lorai up his ass. Like, there's a slash. That one's questionable, but there should have been a penalty coming. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Do what you're going to do. Marchand gets his second assist on the third goal for the Florida Panthers. Puck out of play. Just over halfway through the final frame of this game. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like, there's this Sammy's, or it's Chef Sammy's garlic butter. The stuff is fantastic. I recommend it for any, like, not as, like, I don't use it as much for things that I probably could use it for, but I like to use that stuff on the wings, and then I like to use it for garlic bread and certain other things. But for, like, wings, dude, get the Buffalo Wild Wing garlic Parmesan sauce. That stuff is fantastic. And I swear by it. Like, there's other stuff that is good. Obviously, you can make your own that I'm sure is fantastic. But if you're in a pinch, it's like $5 a bottle. And you can get, like, I could probably cover... Like, if we're talking bone-in wings, average bone-in wings, you could probably cover 150 wings with that bottle, 200 wings with that bottle. Doing, like, the chicken bites from Costco, which I like to do, I could cover a lot more. Very, very, very good stuff. Fuck Jägermeister, dude. I can't see those commercials without having college flashbacks. And I remember the night that made me hate Jägermeister is the first night I drank it. We were at the Delta Chi house, pre-gaming for, it was Ground Nation, Tomorrow's Bad Seeds, and Pepper. I don't think it's called the Orpheum. What was it called? It's the theater in Flagstaff, Arizona. And we got shithoused on Jaeger bombs. Stoned, went over to the show. Everything was great. and Ground Nation was doing their sound check, and the guy hit the bass drum. I was right at the front of the stage. Guy hit the bass drum, and my brain shook, and all of a sudden I went from, hey, this is a good time, to just being drunk. It was one of the wildest transitions ever. Boston up close against Bob. Good poke check by the goalkeeper. Keep calling him that, the goaltender. Reinhardt trying to put on some pressure. Puck comes right back in. Little slash right there by Bennett goes missed. Mikkola. Down low. Reinhardt. Everybody's fighting in the Florida territory. Right up front, and he couldn't get his hand back on his stick. Another shot hits Mikkola as he's already crouched down from getting hit. Total chaos drill in the Panther zone. Kastelik takes a hit from Forsling, but gets the puck all the way up. VL battling Ekblad. Puck comes down to the low boards. Lundell gets there first. Lindholm's able to get it deep. And Gadjevich able to clear it all the way down. Harris for Boston behind Swayman. Marchand on the other side of the net looking at him. Coming around the low boards. Missed. All that time to miss. He was 3 feet in front of you. All right, Boston's going to work their way backwards into their own zone. Just over 8 minutes left to go in this game. Puck all the way in. Balinskis is back to play it from behind his own net. Up ahead, bad turnover. Good recovery by Balinskis. He made the mistake, but he saved the day. Samoskevich in. Boquist up ahead. Can't connect with Rodriguez charging the net. Ooh, a trip right there. That ain't going to get called, though, is it? Nope. Interesting. Puck all the way to the high boards. Rodriguez takes a bump by Zadorov. Samoskevich going at, dude, everybody's going at everybody. This is the kind of hockey I like to see. Let's keep it clean. Let's keep the huddles to a minimum. And let's just keep this up, man. Fast hockey back and forth while they beat the shit out of each other. Who doesn't love that? Oh, yeah, but Jesus, I forgot to mention, if I go with fries, it's from Albertsons, just the grocery store. They got the Arby's curly fries that you just throw in an air fryer. I will swear on those forever. But I say all this, I'm eating one meal a day right now, so I can do all this. Otherwise, you're going to end up being a big old fat boy doing it too often. Trust me, I somehow know. Shots are 25-20 Boston, 7-11 to go in the game. I just said something about keeping the huddles to a minimum, and they're like, yeah, well, fuck you, dude. Dude, Panthers are going down all over the fucking place. It looks like they're getting tripped or hooked or held or something. Not saying they are, but that's a lot of white jerseys going down at once for nothing to be happening. A lot of chaos in front of the net. Great job. What was that, Ekblad? No, that was Gadjevich. Made a great play to get the puck out without icing. And then Isamont goes offside. Boston goes offside as Isamont enters. Shots are 26-21 Boston, 6:41 to go. Damn. That does get me. It's a picture of it's a meme. It's 19-year-old console in my head, and it's a Sega. It's like, yeah, an actual 19-year-old console. It's a PlayStation 3. Like, yo, what? Get the fuck out of here. Man, crazy sometimes you find out the age of shit. All the way back. Marchand fighting for his life. Dude, there should be a lot more penalties going to Boston over this last 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I am slightly blown away. Completely expected since we're in Boston. VL trying to get it down the low boards. Actually comes back up to McAvoy, sent back down around Lundell. Boston has to chase it down. Under 6 minutes to go. Great pass. Arvidsson just couldn't quite control it as he was trying to beat out Mikkola and Samoskevich. Meanwhile, Samoskevich takes the high road out. McAvoy off a stick, but clear. Boquist ends up getting it down. And nope, right back out. And it's out of play. Lusternin just going right over the blocker of Swayman. No hesitation. All right, we're just going to flip through X while we wait. Oh, go figure. Torn Achilles tendon. Don't need to see that. We're just waiting for a commercial. Man, it's just all the same shit. I'd like to see something new, but new doesn't exist anymore. Do these Taco Bell commercials. Cause see, I could also do just a couple of fat ass beef burritos. Realistically, beef tacos. Marchand played 619 games in the Garden with Boston. Like, think about that. 82 games a season and 619 home games. That's a what, 15-ish, give or take a lot. Like, damn. Boston back into the Florida zone. Puck to the high point. Fed back down low. Pasternak from below. Trying to get it centered. Can't do it. Reinhart sends it down. Bruins actually have been really good this period, but they need to be better. They're winning the period. It just doesn't matter. Ekblad behind his own net to Forsling on the low boards. Fed out to Lustrinanen, who hits the red line and dumps in, taking hard pressure on the boards, including an elbow to the ear. McAvoy up ahead. Dumped in by Boston, right onto Bobrovsky, who sets it down for Jones. And it is sent all the way down. Icing Florida. I didn't mean to do that. 1 second here. All right. One line judge waved it off. One line judge said nope, it was icing. So dropping at the center dot because the ref saw it. I was supposed to get 4 minutes to go in the third. Arvidsson loses the puck at the red line. Florida is not afraid to apply pressure right now. Taking the high road in, Jones and Mikkola to chase. Up off the glass and out. Boston circling from their own zone up to the red line. Arvidsson smacks it around the low boards all the way up high. Florida recovers right back up in the air to get it out. Boston back in their own zone. Ooh, a little move. Good stop. Boquist getting shut down as he finally dumps it into the Boston area. Slow pass. Samoskevich makes a great play. Boquist shot. Good save. Swayman, the backhand, not able to be finished by Samoskevich. Puck on the backboards. Coming up the low boards, Forsling battling for it with Geeky. And back down behind Swayman. Working out of the Boston zone. All the way down to Bobrovsky. He's going to settle it to the low boards, and Forsling's going to work it up to Reinhart, who pokes it out. Boston resets again. From their own zone. Pasternak dumps it in on Bobrovsky. Ekblad makes a curious decision. Instead of just trying to clear it, he decides to play it into the high corner. Not sure what that decision was. Zadorov able to keep it in momentarily, but Reinhart gets it clear. Florida in, Verhaeghe down to Bennett on the low boards. Boston needs to get Swayman out of the net. Bennett takes the shot, puck into the high board. Swayman should be headed for the bench now. Boston gets stuffed. Zadorov not able to get a deep past Mikkola. They finally do. On the low boards, hard battle with Jones and Mikkola. Bennett gets it, tries to fling it towards the net. It goes off a skate back down low. Boston keeps it in the zone, up the low boards. Across the blue line, McAvoy to the dot, shot. And from the high dot, Pasternak goes off a stick and out of play. Minute 36 to go in the third. Okay, I was close. It's 16 years. I was thinking Marchand was with Boston for 15. I said to have 600 and what are the 19 games? 19 games in just the Garden. We got a timeout for Boston. They already got Swayman on the bench. It's going to be, like I said, empty net for the Bruins. It's really going to come down to who wins this face-off. I'm going to guess there's going to be an icing and then another face-off, then an icing and another face-off. That's. I think we're gonna end up with 3 face-offs before this game's over. However, I just want to see Florida win the face-off, empty netted off the bat, no icings, no nothing. Let's get this game done so I can go and eat. Reinhardt, he's 1 for 2 on face-off so far. Boston wins it to the point. McAvoy, top of the high circle. Bobrovsky saves it and Boston scores. Never mind, I was clearly wrong as we are going. Boston ties it up, you son of a bitches. I just want to be done with this game. That was the big Middlestat wins it. McAvoy takes it to the point, gets it to the circle. The shot gets through towards the net. And I mean, it went bam, bam, bam. Pasternak puts it off of Bob. Middlestat's right there to throw it to Geeky. Edblag's out of position. Forsling, I have no idea what Forsling was doing. That was just stupid. Shots are 30-22 Boston, and we are tied at 3-3. Now, and like I said, nothing was called, so it doesn't matter. But I think Boston could have got called for about 12 penalties from the 6.5-minute mark on. Marchand chasing down Jokiharju. 60 seconds left on the clock. Stretch pass all the way across. Good stick disrupts the connection to Kastelik. 45 seconds to go in the game. Little bobble by Boston, but they got nothing but time. All the way up high, trying to feed it across, and they could not connect. Zaka trying for the one-handed tip. Florida in. Verhaeghe shoots, and he hits the post. Florida just scored with one of the wildest finishes I've seen. Holy shit. 25.7 seconds to go as Florida goes up 4-3. A shot off the post in the air in a wild wraparound. At least that's what it looked like. Let's see what actually happened. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Right off the post. And was that Reinhardt smacking it in? Let's see. Waiting. It does. It goes off the foot of Peak and in. Reinhardt didn't touch it. Wild. Verhaeghe drives right in, goes off the post, and Swayman is a mile and a half out of position. He would have been saved if if dude would have just not been in the fucking way and actually did his job. That would have been Swayman being a Superman right there. Instead, why does it say, okay, we got to fix the clock, guys. It says 3 minutes left in the third. There's 25 seconds left in the third. So on this scoreboard, it says 3 minutes to go in the third. On the scoreboard in the arena, it said 2 minutes and 60 seconds to go in the third. And it's about 25.8 seconds to go in the third. Shout out NHL on ESPN. Boom. Yeah, 26 and a half. Let's hurry up and get this going, man. What are we waiting for? I want to see if Boston has it in them to score from a center dot face off with 26 seconds. Two minutes and 65 seconds left on the clock. Billion-dollar corporation, ladies and gentlemen. Can't figure out how to set a clock that they punch the numbers into. Dude, just put a guy on the mic to go 25, 24, 23. It's good enough. Let's get going. Dude, I just want to go make my food, man. At first, it was like, great, overtime. Then it was like, okay, great, no overtime. And now it's like, well, we might as well have fucking had it because for some reason, these morons can't figure out that the seconds on the clock shouldn't even go over. For some reason, there should be 00 to 59, and that's it. The guys running the clock are like, wait, that doesn't make sense. How do you know there's three? There's not 3 minutes to go, all right? Relax. There's 2 minutes and 60 seconds, you fucking idiot. Thank you. They're going to the stopwatch. Bruh, let's go. Come on. Pastrnak sends it down into the zone. Mikkola gonna just toss it. That should be a high stick. They let him play on. Lustrinin not able to get the free puck. We should be down to about 10 seconds. And we're good. That should do it. There it is. Little anticlimactic with no clock, but Florida gets the win 4-3 in Boston. Brad Marchand's first time back to the Garden since being sent to Florida. He gets 2 assists on the win. All righty. That was like, I knew that was going to be a fun game. So that's the whole reason we were here for it, because I knew that was going to be an enjoyable game to watch, and it was. A little nail biter at the end. Luckily, we have no investment, so just made things more exciting. Couple impressive saves by Swayman, a couple less impressive goals let through. Bobrovsky was a wall till the end there, and he finally cracked, but still fun to watch. So tomorrow again, 4:30. Minnesota and somebody. I can't remember. I don't know if I really want to watch that game, but the other game is Detroit and Buffalo, which I don't really want to watch, but I'd rather watch Detroit. Like, I want to watch Detroit play since they're playing good hockey. And it might actually be, they might pull some impressive shit since they're playing Buffalo. Otherwise, it's Montreal and Calgary, and you couldn't pay me to care about that game. So, a lot of fun, good game. Enjoyed it, fellas. I am out of here. I appreciate you hanging out with me. And keep an eye out for tomorrow. Like I said, I plan on being here for a game. The games just look like shit. So maybe we'll just come in to check out Detroit and get a little look at how they're playing. and then come back for Wednesday or Thursday. But I'm out of here. Oh, let me do this guy up there instead of that one. Good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.